Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a great day. We've got a major update from the Social Security Administration, SSA, that half of your monthly benefits could be withheld due to what the agency deems overpayments. In today's video, we're going to break down exactly what's happening, why this is such a huge deal, and how it could affect you or someone you know. Now, let's get into today's big news. Over the last year, there's been a growing number of disturbing stories emerging from Social Security recipients who received unexpected letters in the mail. Letters informing them that they had been overpaid by the SSA. In many cases, these so-called overpayments stretch back years, and the amounts the government is demanding are staggering. We're talking thousands, and in some cases, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Take, for example, a Reddit user who recently went viral after posting about receiving an overpayment notice from the SSA. Take a look on that. I received an overpayment notice from SSI for over $100,000. They claim to have overpaid me for the past 10 years and have 2 dates on when I became ineligible. The letter does not say why I became ineligible. I had SSI since I was a child, as I have a medical condition that automatically and immediately gets you on SSI, and I would need multiple surgeries throughout my lifetime and have already had several. There is no cure for my condition, and it has never gotten better or changed in any way other than perhaps getting worse. Throughout the decade that they mention overpayment, I was not working or receiving any other payments. I never received a notice that I was no longer eligible and therefore never had to appeal. I am working now. I stopped receiving payments when I started my job, as I notified them right away, and I send them my pay stubs every month as they've requested. Has anyone gone through something similar and had to appeal and find a way to work it out? While these extreme cases might not reflect every recipient situation, even smaller clawbacks can wreak havoc on low-income households. Many people who depend on Social Security benefits live on fixed incomes with no room for surprise bills, let alone thousands in sudden debt. With rent, groceries, gas, and medical bills all rising due to inflation, every dollar counts. Under the Biden administration, then-Commissioner Martin O'Malley implemented a more compassionate policy aimed at easing this burden. Instead of reclaiming 100% of overpaid benefits, the SSA would only withhold 10% from future checks, giving people a bit of breathing room. For many, that meant losing maybe $100 to $200 per month instead of their entire monthly benefit. It was still tough, but far more manageable. However, that relief was short-lived. In March, under new leadership aligned with the Trump administration, the SSA abruptly reversed course and reinstated the 100% withholding policy. That meant beneficiaries who received an overpayment notice could suddenly see their entire monthly check vanish until the full debt was repaid. Here's another case of repayment. Let's take a look on this. Social Security overpays billions to people, many on disability. Then it demands the money back. Justina Worrell, 47, works part-time as a kitchen helper in an Ohio nursing home. She has cerebral palsy, an intellectual disability, and a cardiac condition that required she get an artificial heart valve at age 20. A year ago, she was earning $862 a month and receiving about $1,065 in monthly Social Security disability benefits when a letter arrived from the federal government. The Social Security Administration had been overpaying her, the letter said, and wanted money back. Within 30 days, it said, she should mail the government a check or money order for $60,175.90. Social Security should be to help people, not to destroy them, said Addie Arnold, Worrell's aunt and caregiver. The Social Security Administration is trying to reclaim billions of dollars from many of the nation's poorest and most vulnerable payments it sent them, but now says they never should have received. During the 2022 fiscal year, the agency clawed back $4.7 billion of overpayments, while another $21.6 billion remained outstanding, according to a report by SSA's Inspector General. One consequence is a costly collection effort for the government and a potentially devastating ordeal for the beneficiary. We have an overpayment crisis on our hands, said Rebecca Vallis, a senior fellow at the Century Foundation think tank. Overpayments push already struggling beneficiaries even deeper into poverty and hardship, which is directly counterproductive to the goals of safety net programs. The Social Security Administration declined an interview request from KFF Health News and Cox Media Group and would field questions only submitted by email. The agency declined to say how many people have been asked to repay overpayments. We do not report on the number of debtors, spokesperson Nicole Tigman said in a statement. The agency rejected a May 2022 Freedom of Information Act request for documentation of every overpayment notice sent over several years, and a March 2023 appeal is pending. Jack Smaligan of the Urban Institute, who has done research on Social Security, estimated that millions of people have received notices saying the agency overpaid them. Most are on disability, and many cannot afford to repay the government, Smaligan said. If you've received one of these overpayment notices, know that you have options. You can request a waiver, appeal the decision, or negotiate a more manageable repayment plan. But you need to act quickly. Ignoring the notice won't make it go away. Talk to a lawyer, reach out to local advocacy groups, and get informed about your rights. Here's the good news that Social Security eliminates overpayment burden for Social Security beneficiaries. Automatic overpayment recovery rate reduced to 10%. Social Security announced it will decrease the default overpayment withholding rate for Social Security beneficiaries to 10% from 100%, significantly reducing financial hardship on people with overpayments. The agency works to pay the right people the right amounts at the right time, and Social Security issues correct payments in most cases. However, there is room to improve, as people count on the agency to prevent overpayments from happening and make it easier to navigate the recovery and waiver processes when they occur. When a person has been overpaid, the law requires the agency to seek repayment, which can create financial difficulties for beneficiaries. As of March 25, 2024, the agency will collect 10%, or $10, whichever is greater, of the total monthly Social Security benefit to recover an overpayment, rather than collecting 100% as was previous procedure. There will be limited exceptions to this change, such as when an overpayment resulted from fraud. There will be a short transition period where people will continue to experience the older policy. People placed in 100% withholding during this transition period should call Social Security's National 800 number at 1-800-772-1213 to lower their withholding rate. President Donald Trump has hinted at cutting taxes on Social Security benefits if re-elected, an idea that's gaining traction among older voters. Whether or not that becomes law remains to be seen, but one thing is clear. Americans are demanding more fairness and stability in how these critical programs are managed. Let me know in the comments section below. And if you found value in today's update, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for ongoing coverage of Social Security news, including updates on SSI, SSDI, retirement, COLA changes, and benefit reform. We've got your back every step of the way. Stay informed, stay protected, and I'll see you in the next video.